Hello, my name is Dennis, and I appreciate you taking a moment to take a look at the ultimate class for selling cars in the internet age. Now, if you are a salesperson at a dealership, if you're a sales manager, if you're a general manager, if you're a dealership owner, I believe that there's no better place for you to invest some time and attention than in this program. Now, for clarity, this is not sales training. This is business training for people who sell things for a living, who sell cars for a living. I have been in business or teaching business for 40 years, the first 20 years as a college professor and administrator. I've taken the sum total of the classes that I've taught at the college level. I built a car dealership training program, and in 2005, I started traveling the country teaching sales and sales leadership to unmatched results. Now, unlike a live event where we would have the engagement, the interaction, hopefully I'd keep you motivated, inspired, keep your attention. The word of the day is discipline if you commit to a program like this. There are 10 modules, 10 videos. Each video is about 30 minutes long. And so it is more of a college class where there's going to be lecture. I'm not just going to give you clever things to say. I think it's important at the professional level for you to understand the why we do things. Then we're going to tell you how. And then later I'll give you an example of some sales tools that you'll leave with. So the word is discipline. I will tell you this, if you complete all 10 modules, and after every module there is a post-test, just a handful of questions. We want to make certain that the material made sense to you, that you left that particular module having learned something. And if you complete all 10 modules, you will know more about professional selling than anyone in that dealership. If your intention as a salesperson is to get promoted to a sales manager position, then you will leave this course and you again will be able to advance to a manager's level, and you will know more once again than anyone in the dealership about professional selling. Now, this is not a basics course. This is not an entry-level welcome to the car business course. This is more advanced selling practices for people who have been doing this job for a very long time and frankly who are already successful. So if you're watching this video, this overview, and you say to yourself, I already know how to sell cars, this program is for you. This is next level business science. We want to respect the idea and respect the fact that the sales cycle has changed. There's volumes of research out there today that speaks to the customer journey, I haven't seen any program except for this one that takes the information that references the customer journey and it reinvents how you go about selling in the internet age in the digital marketplace. Okay. So we have to take a look at email. While we're not an introduction to emailing for a car salesman, this is going to refreshen what we're using email for. We're also going to take a look at your telephone skills. Again, we need to respect the fact that the sales cycle has changed, that this is the internet age and not the 1990s. Now, here are the facts. About 40% of your emails are open, right? By research, statistically, any study you choose to look at, find whoever does your BDC, your business development, your internet leads, and I'm sure they will tell you that about 40% of your emails are open. Now, we don't know if they're read, we just know that they've been opened, okay? We also know that about 90% of your phone calls go to voicemail. So there is a reality that we're not engaging customers in a real meaningful way using those tools. Now, I'm not telling you, please, don't leave the seminar and go tell your boss, Dennis says that we don't have to use email or telephones anymore. That's not what I'm saying. We have to recalibrate our understanding of how we're going to use those tools in our campaign to win customers. All right. The email and the telephone has to be part of a campaign so that you're winning more showroom visits. So if 40% of your emails are opened and 90% of your calls go to voicemail, I'll give you some good news. We know that your text message, about 90% of your text messages, 93%, are opened within 3 minutes. So of the three tools, telephone, email, and text messages, the text message seems to be the strongest tool for customer engagement. So as a completer of this program, once you've finished all 10 modules, I'm going to manufacture for you 16 branded text messages that will have your dealership logo, your dealership contact information, your picture, and your contact information. If we know that 93% of your text messages are opens, We want to weave that into a sound science-based campaign that's going to capture the customer attention and win you more showroom visits. Now, this is what everyone else in your market is using the text message for, right? Hey, do you want to come in? I believe that that's almost valueless. We're going to take that same message and we're going to help develop a brand identity for you. My intention here is I don't want you to appear to be one of 100 people who happens to sell cars in that auto park or in your town or in your region. I want you to have a brand identity that says you are the person who sells cars in that area. And you do that by advancing a brand identity. These brand text messages are part of a campaign that will convert more leads to prospects and more prospects to customers. At the end of the day, because we are now operating in the internet age, we have to compete in the digital marketplace with a stronger presence, with a brand identity. These are tools that are going to help you to do that. I'm also going to make for you, since you sell cars for a living, and your income, your standard of living, the house you live in, the car that you drive, the quality of vacation that you'll take this year, will all be determined by how many cars you sell. You are a business within a business. And to that end, I want you to have your own letterhead for your business. So I will manufacture for you your own letterhead. Now, what you do with that, I'll leave that to your creativity. But I'm also going to print your personal service standards on that letterhead. And if I were in your socks, I would get an acrylic stand at the office supply store. I would have an acrylic stand sitting on my desk. I would have my letterhead with my personal service standards in that acrylic stand. And you will be the only salesperson in the region, not only in your dealership, but in the region, who could talk to the customer about your standards of salesmanship, of customer service. You will be the only person in the dealership, maybe in the region, who could brag about your personal service standards. And then finally, the car business has gotten away from using postcards. Postcards are a formidable way to advance your brand to capture customer attention. They're cheap. They're about 7 or 8 cents a piece. And I will make these available to you if you want to advance your brand development, your brand advancement to the use of postcards. Unlike emails that can be deleted or voicemails that can be deleted or not listened to, a postcard is what we call intrusive marketing, right? You can't delete it. You can't not listen to it. From the mailbox to the trash can. Did we get any mail today? Yeah, we just got something from that guy Dennis down there at Wonderland Ford. So they are intrusive marketing. It is a formidable way for you to advance your brand. Okay. So my name is Dennis. I appreciate you taking a moment to consider the ultimate class for selling cars. It is, once again, the best way for you to invest your time, whether you're new to the industry or you've been selling cars for 10 years, for 20 years. You are going to learn things that you have not heard before. You don't know this material, but you will when you finish the 10 modules. You can learn this material today to stand out, or you'll learn it next year to keep up. I look forward to having you as a student. My name is Dennis. Let's get started.